Welcome to Karen's Design Systems Fidelity Tutorial Tuesday, where we show you how to use a feature or demonstrate a technique in just a few minutes. In this video, I would like to introduce you to some special input parameters that we have in our Fidelity Charles input file and show you how to use them effectively. All Charles solvers typically require a text-based input file that describes the simulation setup. In this text file, there are several special keywords like define, ifdef, when, for, and include that can be used to provide more structure to the file, make it more parametric, and easier to read and reuse. So let's look at them one by one and understand how they can be used. The define keyword is a simple one which lets the user define a new variable. It is like initializing a variable in most of the common programming languages like Python, C++, etc. The define keywords accept alphanumeric input and also mathematical expressions. For example, the user might want to give a name to the case or might want to define some reference quantities that can then also be used for calculating other quantities, like in this example, where the predefined quantities are used to calculate the speed of sound, which is then directly used at the inlet boundary condition definition. Additionally, the user can also create user-defined output quantities like skin friction in this case and use that for post-processing. The if-def syntax is used to provide an if condition in the input file. The lines within the if-def block will only get executed when the Boolean expression is true. It is important to note that the Boolean expression should only contain variables that have already been defined in the input file using the define syntax. Solver output quantities like the time step, wall time, number of steps cannot be used in the if condition. A very common use case for the if-def syntax is when the user would like to use the same input file to set up the initial solution from scratch or to use a previous solution. Next up is the when condition, which is similar to the if condition, but it can contain any expression that the solver can evaluate, and this includes solver output variables and mathematical expressions as well. Once the expression evaluates to true, the commands inside the when block is processed. This command is very handy for providing runtime modifications to the solver parameters, such as when the user wants to start recording the time average and RMS statistics after a particular simulation time, or when they want to ramp up the CFL after a certain number of time steps. Charles also supports for loops, which can be used for setting up a series of images. For example, nested for loops are also supported, and the user can use the iterating variable iter in this small example inside the for loop. And finally, we have the include keyword, which helps when you have a very large input file with a lot of common elements and you want to split them into separate files. For example, the user can create a separate text file with the commands needed for generating the images and use the include command in the main solver input file to point to this images.txt file. Especially when running several operating conditions for the same project, it reduces duplication of the input file and ensures that all the simulations have the same set of outputs. With this video, I hope that you have understood how to take advantage of the special input parameters in the Charles solver input file to ease your workflow. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button or subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, drop us a line below or connect with us via LinkedIn, which is linked in the description. Thank you all and have a pleasant Tuesday.